All right, so I just got finished listening to JID's album, God Does Like Ugly. And first take, this is not a review. This is not a review. But first take, this album, man, personally, this is just a personal thing. It's not about what the album actually is. I can't review the album. This is just my personal opinion, what I wanted from the album, okay? Okay, you want to leave? What you want to do? All right, she wants to leave. This album, man, this album is not it. What do I mean by that? I mean, I wanted JID to take this opportunity, releasing an album, and I wanted JID to soar to the next level. Like, I wanted JID to be in the conversation of GOAT status. Like, this album was supposed, like, for me personally, I'm not saying what it should have, it was supposed to be, but what I expected this album to take him to the next level. And it's so crazy because I always say this. You can tell what an album is based on the single. Based on the single. You can tell what an album is based on the single. If the single is good, you could believe the rest of the album is greatness. Like, he released Work, and I feel like he didn't release any other singles. He released the EP, but he didn't release any other singles to like pave the way, because your singles are supposed to pave the way for the rest of the album. And I feel like he released that one single because he didn't have no other singles. And I really feel like that's such an unfortunate thing. And I feel like you can see that he didn't have any other singles. And even in the rollout seemed like it was half done because there was no real push towards it. But, you know, I think about the artist Moray. Like, Moray tells a story about when he showed J. Cole his album. And J. Cole said, bro, with all due respect, your album's not ready. And he was like, oh, J. Cole, you hating and stuff like that. And lo and behold, his album wasn't ready. Wasn't it? And I feel like JID's rollout wasn't met with a lot of push and a lot of, you know, energy, because his album they probably thought at Dreamville his album wasn't it. It wasn't ready probably. I don't know. But JID being the artist, like JID being like the artist, he probably wanted to stay true to his, you know, to his roots, because in his album you could tell like this is a hip hop art album. Like this is pure art. Like you could tell, you know what I mean? You could tell it's just pure art. Like from the lyrics, from the production of this big production, it's amazing. You could tell he spent some money for this with this production. But other than that, man, there's no real memorable songs. I feel like this is an album that's mainly about the culture and not for the culture. What do I mean by that? I feel like the album, there's a lot of lyrics and songs where it's just talking about this person got shot in my hood, this person selling drugs, and it's just a bunch of things about the culture. You know what I mean? But there's about one or two songs, maybe two or three. I'm gonna say two or three songs that's for the culture. Like something that's for the culture is something that we can take and live with it, create a memory with it, create an experience with it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that is something that's for the culture. Like there's a song called For Keeps. This is my favorite song on the album. For Keeps is my personal favorite. I'm not saying what it's gonna do on the charts or what it's gonna do in people, you know, with people, but that is something that's For Keeps is something that's for the culture. Why? Because For Keeps talks about his life. It's inspirational. Somebody can listen to that and literally be motivated to do something. Whatever it is they wanted to do, they can do it. Like J. Cole J. Cole has a lot. J. Cole doesn't have a lot of like hits, even though he has some joints. He has joints, right? But J. Cole has a lot of mute songs that's for the culture. Not just talking about it. Because he got a song, Wet Dreams. That's something that's for the culture. Something, yo, you can relate to. This is your story too. You know what I mean? Like, even though he's talking about something, but it's something that you can take with you. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I relate to this. This is so crazy. I feel like he did this. Like, it's quotables. That's something for the culture. When I can take it out, when I can take this song and apply it to my life, that's something for the culture. Even Skate, the song Skate, I feel like that's something for the culture. You know why? Because Skate, you can play that song and skate to it. Like, it feels like something you can take in and have an experience. But I feel like there's not a lot of songs on this album that feels like you can take with you and live with it, have that experience. There's no real quotables. There's no real quotables. There's nothing memorable for me. Yeah, I just feel like, me personally, the album is a miss because I feel like the expectation was for JID to rise up, and I feel like this is not going to catch any new fans. This is going to, listen, his core fans, they're going to love it. That's why I'm going to give him my personal experience, my personal opinion. I just feel like, personally, how many times can I say personally? I just feel like the album is a miss. It's a miss because I feel like it's not going to go anywhere, and that's it's so unfortunate because I really want JID to rise up, man. I really want JID to be part of the conversation, and this album is not going to get him nowhere. It's not going to get him nowhere, man. Except for Four Keeps. Four Keeps is, wow. I love that song. And to be honest with you, I don't even consider this album music. I consider it an experience. Like, you just listen to it, and that was it. You just listen to it. It's not really music. It's not something. It's not really music to me, man. It's not really music. And the music doesn't have to be poppy or, you know what I mean? Like, it's not real music to me. Like the Clip's new album, Let God Sort Them Out. That's not really music to me. That's not music. That's an experience. Like, that's like raw hip hop. That's like a score. I feel like this album, JID's album, God Does Like Ugly, is more like a score than actually music. It feels like a theme to something. Like, it feels like a theme to a movie. Like, it could work in film. It can work in whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it needs to work in wherever it fits. It could fit in poetry slams. You know, it could fit in a lot of spaces. But as far as radio, it's not fitting. It's not fitting at all. As far as music, it's not fitting. It's not fitting at all. I don't even consider this music, man. I consider this an experience. And it's something about the culture. It's not really for the culture. But that's just my personal my personal opinion about everything, man. Now, I mean, if I had to think not personal and just think about it for what it is, like, if I had to break down what this album is, this album is great production, great performance, like great performances. Now, lyrically, like I said, like, this is where the replay value comes in because I have to really sit down and dissect everything he's saying, even though, it's a lot. But that's just rap. You know what I mean? Like, I want to pick apart everything he's saying. I might need Genius for a lot of for the lyrics because I couldn't really understand a lot. But that's just me. But I can't really rate this album. Like, I don't want to rate this album. I'm just a little disappointed because I really wanted this to take him to the next level, and it's not. It's not gonna take him to the next level. Man. But as far as looking at it from a fan's perspective, right? Like, people who love JID, This album is going to be great. Like people who love JID, this is going to be great because he's rapping like crazy. Even though I feel like on first listen he's not really talking about anything with substance. He's probably hitting it a little here and there, but he's not really making it the main subject, like this the meat and potatoes of everything of his life and all that stuff. It to me is not really hitting the mark. But I'm sure it's there on second listen or third or fourth or fifth, especially when I get the lyrics and be able to sit down and read and listen at the same time. It'll be a whole different thing. But on first listen, there's not many songs I can remember. I remember Work because that was a single. I remember the very last song, which is Four Keeps. Love it. I remember the clips. That was a moment. I like the song with the clips. But Vince Staple. I think that was VCRs. I like that a little bit. Of Blue. That was different. But I just feel like, man, it's you could tell what the album is based on the single. He only dropped one single. I don't know. That's just me. First listen, it is what it is. But yo, let me know what y'all think of the album. I don't want to be like this person who hates, because like hating to me is not giving something it deserves. It clearly deserves, right? And I think JID deserves it all. Like he deserves to be put in the conversation, right? Because he's been doing it for a long time. He's been having moments, and he's been put in this conversation of, is he the next? And this album did not do that. It did not do that for me personally. Yeah. Let me know what y'all think. I don't want to be a hater because I really want the best for JID, man. And I feel like he should have put more energy into making the record, like the record. And I just feel like he missed the mark. But let me know what y'all think of the album. I only listened to it one time. This is my impression for the first listen. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what I should review next. Gunna just released an album. I can already tell you what that's going to be like. Bangers, straight energy, straight for the club. Everything's gonna be a banger. You know what I mean? I hope he talk about some stuff with substance. But I could be wrong. He might switch it up and literally might slow it down. I don't know. But I can just tell you right now, everything's gonna be a banger. But what album should I review next? Let me know. Peace.